What's going on, people? It is Irish Gunner HD here. You can call me Irish, and today you're going to be watching a game of Conquest Large on Dawnbreaker, and it's actually a pretty good game. It's a really nice comeback, as you can see. Where it's 748, 747 to 474, and yeah, basically we have a really good game. Fight really strong towards the end, and again, apologies for the spoiler, but we do go on to win, and it's a pretty good game. And actually get a jet kill to start off with, which is just nonsense, basically. But yeah, so today I wanted to talk about something that's kind of been bugging me a little bit, and I was talking about it with some people, actually with some customers in work, strangely enough. And that is hatred, as you can tell by the title, probably. Sorry, the big lead up, but you already know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, so hatred, if you don't know, basically, hatred is this like ridiculous idea for a game that came out, and they released a trailer for it earlier this year. And basically, the idea is you're a psychopath that just wants to go out and kill people. Just is fed up with the world or whatever. Like the trailer's just, it's just disgusting. Basically, he's fed up with the world. He's just getting ready, getting suiting up with a load of weapons, and it's basically just planning on going out and shooting a whole load of people. So basically, what happened was the game was announced. Everybody was kind of disgusted by it, but that was about it for a while. It kind of disappeared off the radar then a little bit. And then apparently at some stage it went on Steam Greenlight. Now I wasn't following it, of course. I don't think many people have been, other than just to see um, what kind of, well, like where they're going with it, as far as like how far they're going to push it. But again, I don't know. It's pretty graphic, but um, it's pretty graphic in the trailer, should I say? But yeah, so basically it disappeared for a little while, and then apparently at some stage it showed up on Steam Greenlight. Which, if you don't know, again, Steam Greenlight is a place where games get put on, they get greenlit by the community, and they get the option then to go on to be full Steam titles, full games on Steam. Is roughly how it works. It's kind of like a Kickstarter, but like Steam's version of it, if I understand it correctly. But yeah, so at some stage, as I said now for the third time, sorry, at some stage it went on to Steam Greenlight, and basically, kind of out of nowhere, just like in response to, well, it seemed like out of nowhere. Again, maybe I'm missing something here, but it seemed like just Valve all of a sudden just said, "Look, we don't want this game on our system," and pretty much they just said out and out, we don't like the content that's in it. We don't want it on our system because, now, this is just me paraphrase, like just kind of come up with my reason why I think they did it. They would have thought because, look, it's basically just a horrible game where there's no real objective other than just killing innocent civilians. We don't want that to be associated with that, and we're taking it off. Now, I watched Total Biscuit's video, and it was a very, very good video. He made a lot of good points, and like as Total Biscuit usually does, made a load of great reasons for why that was the wrong choice. And I completely agree with him on most of the levels, like on pretty much every level, like 9 out of 10 levels. What am I, Avicii here with my levels? But yeah, like on 9 out of 10 of the subjects that he talked about, I was agreeing with him completely. And I probably overall I would agree that in the idea of fairness and freedom of art and freedom of creation and games being art and all that, yes, completely agree. It shouldn't have been taken down. My problem with hatred is not the violence against people, because again, I play GTA 5, I play shooters, I play kind of like all these crazy games. Like Total Biscuit mentioned Postal and Manhunt as being good examples of games that don't have any other kind of specific goal other than to just kill civilians. Um, which is fair enough. And they, like, if as he said, if they're on the platform, there's no reason for hatred to be taken down. Um, Again, but as I said, so here's my problem, and this is something that it was only a point that I realized when I was talking to a customer who, in relation to my previous video, talking about age ratings. I was talking to a customer, and I was basically saying that like she actually brought up the hatred game. That's what made me think about it for the first time in a while. Like I'd completely forgotten about it since the trailer. But she brought up the game, this hatred game that she'd seen on the YouTubes, and yeah, she basically mentioned how like she didn't want to get her son GTA because she thought it was that kind of same idea, which, in all fairness, it is. GTA, again, everybody knows GTA is completely open world. You can't excuse me, you can go on completely like murderous killing sprees against innocent civilians if you should so choose. But that is just a byproduct, in my opinion, of the fact that the game is so open-ended. It's completely open world. There are civilians. You do have weapons. You'd have to be pretty sick and twisted to enjoy doing that, like as the main focus of the game full time. Occasionally, it's a bit of fun to put out the RPG and just do crazy stuff or whatever, but or see how high your wanted level could get. But as far as like just like making it your day, like your night's gaming to go, okay, let's see how many innocent civilians we can get. No, that's a bit weird. Whereas that's the aim of hatred. But yeah, so sorry. So she was mentioning that she didn't want to get GTA for her son or whoever it was because she didn't want she'd seen the trailer for Hatred and she thought basically that's what GTA was. So here's my problem with Hatred. We as a community, like like gamers have been fighting now for the last 10, 15, 20 years, 25 years to convince people that firstly, we are not just a bunch of lonely nerds that are that sit in our mom's basements and just drink Mountain Dew and Doritos and just play our video games. We're still fighting against that one, but it's slowly but surely, obviously becoming more kind of mainstream. But yeah, like the other one is to like we've been just desperately trying to convince the general public that games do not convince people to become murderers. They do not turn kids into psychopaths when they grow up. This whole bullshit that you see of when a mass murderer comes out in the news and it's like, oh well, it's known that he was he was playing Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto. They always pin it on that. Everybody knows that. But like, here's my problem. So we're doing so much as a community to try and put a positive spin on it, whether it's the YouTube. As much as I hate him, somebody like PewDiePie is, well, again, I don't hate him, but just as much as I don't, he's not my style. Someone like PewDiePie is very good for the community. Like, parents watch him and they'll see that their kids are watching and go, oh, that's what gaming's like nowadays. You just kind of, you play these silly games and you laugh and you have a good time. That's a good thing. That's a good positive image for gaming. And then you have these complete assholes, like just these, oh my god, like I really, really don't like whoever the developers of this game are. Just go, okay, well, we're just about to undo all of that work now because our entire game is based on the idea of all of these preconceived notions about gamers. Like this, like we're like maybe the game isn't about a gamer that becomes a lunatic, but it's like it's literally playing so much into the hands of this kind of preconceived notion that the public has about gamers and what video games do to people. And it's just so frustrating to see that all the work that's been done in the last, most especially in the last 5 or 10 years or so, but obviously it's been going on for forever, like, for people advocating the positive side of gaming. But like, just to see all of that work now, almost like when this game comes out, well, because it's going to it's going to come out because, again, an update has come out, and well, apparently an update has come out. I've seen it on Reddit, like r/Steam on Reddit. And it was actually Gabe Newell himself responding to somebody. Again, it could have been photoshopped, but it got like nearly 2,000 upvotes when I seen it earlier on today. And it basically said, yeah, that was a mistake. I hadn't heard about that. I fixed that. The game will be going back on. The game will be going basically back up on Greenlight. So the game will come out at some stage. So here's the problem. When the game does come out, it's going to get reviewed. It's going to get played. It's going to be put out into the public image. And everybody that has always had a great, fun old time shitting on gaming has the perfect scapegoat now. Has the absolute dream scapegoat to be able to take the absolute piss out of gamers and just completely put us into the negative light. That's why I really don't like the game. It's not about the content, because as I said, I play GTA. I quite enjoy GTA 5. I play, as I said, obviously I play shooters. I play kind of Far Cry where you're killing people and stuff like that. I play all these violent games, but the violence against kind of what would you call it? Like the violence against like innocent civilians is just a byproduct of what you need to do to get through the game, or what you don't need to kill innocent civilians, obviously. But if it happens, it's just a byproduct of like bad driving or bad aim with your gun or whatever like that. It's just, oh, I should apologize, by the way. This last clip here where it just faded to black, I lost a bit of footage there, and I did the video when I was bringing it into Vegas. It's 8 minutes long, and I had to like re-render it in like a video program into a different file type. So if it's bad quality or if it's choppy, I don't think it's going to be, but if it is, I do apologize. But yes, what was I going to say? Yeah, it's just that's why I hate this game. That's why I hate the idea of this game being allowed to come out. So in my own stubborn way, I'm disagreeing with Total Biscuit. I don't want this game to be put back on Steam Greenlight. Sorry, I don't want this game to be made public. I don't personally care in this specific example about artistic and creative freedom in games. I don't care about double standards and all that. I just don't want this game to exist for what it's going to do to the image of gaming. like, I don't know. Like, another point that I brought up to the customer was, she was saying, like, I wonder if she mentioned that, like, will it come out on the consoles? Like, will it be widely available? And I said no, it's not going to be on the consoles. And my particular reason was, aside from them being a fairly small indie studio or whatever, like, one of the reasons that I thought it was because I fairly genuinely believe that these guys are just sort of trolls. To be, again, I haven't done my research. I don't know who they are, their names, or what they're like, or anything like that. But just to make a game so ridiculously anti gaming community or whatever like that, in my mind, the fact that they're not making it on the consoles just shows that this is just a project that they want to do, just to get out there to just say, "Ha, we did that. There you go. How do you like that?" That's just another point that I thought I'd bring up. But the game is about to come to an end here. As you can see there, we did swing it around quite nicely. 153 tickets to 0. Well, 162 tickets to 0. Sorry. Um, yeah, it was a really good comeback, a really enjoyable game. I'm really enjoying Battlefield. Like I said on Twitter a while ago, I'm really enjoying Battlefield now that I'm able to get into games quickly, get out of games quickly. Great frame rates, no choppiness, no stuttering. It's really, really enjoyable. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.